Happy Monday. And now it's time for another episode of As the Story Turns, the Saga of Jabba's House. Well, I guess it's taken another turn with his story. I guess things changed after I put up that video showing the Zillow listing and pre-foreclosure with all the details. Let's go back to the beginning. I will reiterate. Jabba, reiterate, that means repeat. Don't worry, I won't ask you to spell it. House in foreclosure, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't make my payments. I can't work. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm 54 years old. I can't do anything. Bank wasn't going to work with him, wasn't going to help him. They were ignoring him. Then, after a little while, I got someone that's going to buy my house. Then, no, they're not going to buy my house. Then it was, now the bank's going to work with me. Bank's going to work with me. Yeah. Then it was, I'm going to sell my house. Then it got to a point where I sold my house. I sold it. I'm going to make $130,000 profit after I pay off the mortgage. I'm going to go to Virginia, meet my internet girlfriend. I hope she doesn't have a dick. And buy a place out there for $30,000, a fixer-upper, and I'm going to fix it up, and I'll have plenty of money. And we're going to live happily ever after. Okay? Then I put up that video showing the Zillow listing and still in pre-foreclosure with all the details. Now I hear his story has taken another turn. All he has to do is make 3 payments and everything will be all straightened out with the bank and he gets to keep his house. Well, I guess he's not going to go meet his internet girlfriend after all. But wait a minute, I thought it was sold. But since I put that video up, it's no longer sold. All he needs to do is make 3 payments in it. Hey, B, he's showing in a video. He holds up a little pouch and he's like all cocky and smug. I already have 2 of the payments here. I got money. I got 2 of the payments right in here in this pouch. But yet he hasn't given it to the bank. So he's waiting to go back to work. Didn't he say, wasn't it, what day is today? The 12th? Didn't he say he's going back to work today, the 12th? He's going to wait until he goes back to work and then starts getting a few paychecks and then save up enough money for the 3rd payment. But that could take a few more weeks. Now he's making the bank wait even longer. He's already got 2 payments, so he says. Why hasn't he given it to the bank? There's something called a gesture, a show of good faith. I mean, the bank ain't too happy with him as it is, right? Wouldn't he want to not piss him off even more and make him wait even longer? When he say, listen here, I got 2 payments here. When he got the first one, he should have fucking sent it. Isn't that what you would do? We try to do something to try to not piss him off even more. And let's face it, they started the pre-foreclosure proceeding back in January. That tells you he was way the fuck behind last year. They don't just do that overnight. There has to be enough missed payments, enough chances they gave him to make it up before it got to that point. So he was already all fucked up last year. He was already way behind last year. Now we go into this year. But I understand what he hasn't worked this year because of his health. He's 55, going on 155. He can't do this, can't do that, blah, blah, my health, my lungs, my heart, my fat leg, and all this other shit, But he managed to scrape up 2 payments that he didn't give to the bank. But he will once he gets back to work now, starting today. I don't understand it. From what I heard, He drives a school bus for kids? Really? The fuck is wrong with New Jersey? They want that fucking whack job behind the fucking wheel with children's lives in his fucking hands? I hear when he does videos, he's out riding around. He's a fucking Karen, yelling like, "Oh, this guy behind me! Look at that truck! He shouldn't be backing up that way." Mouthing off at fucking drivers around him. Even mouths off at people in fucking stores. Try to argue with them. They let him drive a school bus with kids? They must be real fucking desperate for bus drivers. I wonder if any parents that he's transporting around, if they knew what he was about, if they should be at the school board saying, "We want that motherfucker off that bus. He's not going to be driving my kid around. He's fucking batshit crazy." You know? So I guess the story has turned after I put up that video. Nice coincidence. Oh, a few things have come my way. Oh, I guess he did fuck around with the Chevy. Something about a fuel line. Say, Brian, you ever see anybody cut a metal fuel line with a pair of fucking household scissors? I said, what? Just, yeah, he's cutting it. He got enough of a slit in it. Then he grabs it and he's twisting it and bending it and bending it and bending it with his two hands. You know, like you take a coat hanger, you can bend it and bend it and bend it and bend it, and then the heat build up in it. The metal gets kind of pliable and it softens up a little bit, and then it snaps and you can break it apart. That's how we got that fuel line apart. Put a rubber hose on it, some shit like that. Okay. Did he get it running? I thought he had a bad starter. Anyway. He says, something about his weight came up. He was complaining about his knees. Yeah, his knees hurt. He's got no more cartilage left in his knees and this and that. And then the best part is, and then I'll shut up because I have some things to do today. Saying, oh, he's at 260 pounds. He says, Brian, have you seen him lately? I says, no, not lately. I saw him one day last week. I checked in on one of his videos for like 10 minutes. He says, he looks like he's gained about 50 pounds. He's at least 300 pounds. His fucking belly is way the fuck out to here. He's a fucking blob. He says, somebody called him out on it. He called him obese and he got all pissed off. He said he's not obese. It's water retention. It's not obese. Okay. Whatever Java says. Whatever Java says. So we see what goes on in the continuing saga of, maybe I should call it, As the Stomach Turns. Have a great day, everyone. Have fun and stay safe. Oh, one other thing. She says, AB, he was accusing you of living on YouTube. I said, are you fucking serious? I know somebody said that to me a few months back, and I went and I looked at this. You know what? I'm going to check. And I went back over a whole week of my videos, a 7-day stretch. And I spent like an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes. Total time. I'd say that's pretty much average for me. Even when I put it on some occasions, I have done it. 2 or 3 videos in the same day. But they're like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes. And even then, I don't run up, more than an hour and 10, hour and 15 minutes in total time a week. This motherfucker jumps on here, spends a whole fucking day on a marathon for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. And that's just one fucking day. How about when he does it on 2 days, on a whole weekend? And all this other shit during the fucking week. Talk about living on YouTube. You know what the funny part is? He likes to accuse other people of not having a life. Anyone that spends as much time on YouTube as Java does, this is a motherfucker that needs to get a fucking life. Maybe get a few functioning brain cells while he's at it. Okay, so we see what comes up. He puts everything out, so I'm sure he's going to say something that will add another chapter to As the Stomach Turns. Have a great day, have fun, stay safe. See you again this week.